You see, to me, what's the most interesting part of this entire festival is that we're talking about the human factor. Normally, what we do is when we talk about the mountains or the rivers, we tend to focus too much on the physical part or the beauty of the mountains or the rivers, which we should. But we often tend to forget the human factor, the culture that has evolved for thousands of years along with with the ecosystem in the mountains. And that is exactly what we are also celebrating here at the Mountains of Life in Azim Premji University. For example, today at the festival, we have had a group of Irula tribe presenting a dance originating from the mountains of the Nilgiris. So we have an intern who talked about the lifestyle in Bhutan. So in this way, we're trying to celebrate the culture that has evolved with all these, the mountainous ecosystem all the way from the northern part of the country to the south. And in addition to these presentations by the interns and the people coming all the way from different places, we have an assortment of beautiful artifacts brought in from small tribal villages in the mountains, whether they're in the Nilgiris or the Western Ghats or the Eastern Ghats. You'll get to see them all over here, and you can see the kind of delicacy, the kind of the beauty that these artifacts bring with them. It's impossible to do that with the machines. It's all handicraft. It's so delicately made, and we have to preserve all these things. And this is our attempt at the Azim Premji University to celebrate this culture and to preserve the heritage and the culture that we have in our country.
How somebody climbs, what are the safety precautions we take during mountaineering, why people do mountaineering. We are talking about what is the need for us to focus on global warming, climate change, how mountains also affect us, people who are in plains. So it's a lot of conversation around some activity where we develop some skills with children from different schools to learn some life skills and also experience and talk about this whole Mountains of Life festival that's happening in the university. So my experience of this festival has been really great. I've been learning a lot about mountains. I've been walking through all the workshops that are happening. There is a workshop on insects and butterflies. There is another workshop that is going on. So I'm just like, whenever I am free also, I'm walking around to see where I can learn something new. This festival and this workshop is kind of useful for the kids is because the first step to any action is knowledge, and this is where they are acquiring a lot of knowledge and information about to know what is happening first and what are the steps we can take in the future to experience or protect our nature and the mountains, and probably can take steps towards protecting our environment.
I covered two stories. The first one is on the lifestyle of Himachal. So for that, I went to Dharamshala and Manali. I captured how the people live there, how simplicity is integrated in their lifestyles. And during that time, I visited a wedding, and there I got a chance to film and capture the traditional bands of Himachal and the traditional roles. The second story I covered is on the fragility of Shimla. In 2023, there were floods in the entire Himachal region. I wanted to highlight the fact that Shimla, which is already on the sensitive zone, already a naturally disaster-prone area, how humans are accelerating and making it even more dangerous, how they are covering the mountains which are not suitable for building with enormous amounts of buildings and constructing huge highways for the tourist influx. So these were my two stories, and I had a great time filming them, and I even got to talk to some people and even get their views on this.